All right, here we go. You guys know this is Baby Bear, and I hate making update videos, but I do it because I love you guys and because everybody has been asking me what is going on with all of these little leaks of covenant stones and Napoleon skins and all that kind of stuff. So, there was just so much stuff that came out the day before that it just seemed, let's just wait until reset and just do it. So, this Crown of Empress right here, that's how you get Justine the champion. So, it's not going to be through packs, it's not going to be through killing monsters in those envelopes. You have to get to cake 5 in order to get the Crown of Empress to unlock the champion. So, they're making this champion very, very pricey because, we've done price checks before and it's always been around $50 to $60 with double coupons. So going to cake 5, I think isn't that $400? It's pretty pricey. So way, way more than what it's been. And we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. So on cake 10, you have this Napoleon skin and, you know, I guess really great for mount. I'm not really sure. Like for me, I wouldn't invest in it. It's not for me, but maybe for the rally leaders and the big girls and boys, they would want it. The biggest, nicest thing about this Napoleon event is we're getting the consuming event with the speeds and the RSS. So that's been a good one. We have the Trial of Knights and looking at the pack with the generals. I mean, honestly, guys, every time I've tried doing Trial of Knights this pack, I always get the crappiest generals, but good luck to you if any of those generals look like something that you want. Obviously, this is always great to double up on your free prizes, the gem purchase, and I always get the Alliance Monthly and then the Sulis event. This one is always going to give you really great prizes if you can spend that $500 that it requires, but it does give you really, really good items. Now, here's the Napoleon event. So, all spruced up here. This expedition to Egypt, this looks like it's like a pyramid event, but I think that it's not pyramids located on the map randomly. I think it's something where you have to buy packs to get a telescope in order to open a pyramid, but I'm not 100% sure. So, I'm just doing a really quick update overview. So I'm the first person to get this out, but I will obviously look into this event and do the videos for each of the little mini events because they often do need more details because the instructions a lot of times don't really give the pertinent info that we really need. And so, yeah, it just looks like a pyramid event. One thing about this, though, is that you're getting this fortress pyramid. It's a permanent castle skin, I guess. And normally we're used to the top 5 getting it, but in this case, it's the top 3. And it offers quite a bit in Napoleon gold coins. I just kind of wanted to get the quick overview because everybody has been asking about all of these events. So trying to just give you a quick overview. Now, the prizes here are not great. So if it ends up being like a huge spend event, you're probably doing it just because you want that pyramid, right? So here's the share, 600 million gems, which again is nothing special. It's just another added thing to spending. So you get the gem purchase, you get the shared gems, you get the Sulis event, you get a lot more free items, it seems like, with this. I guess this guy is a general that's for mount, and it has an extra 12% March increase, but in the red stars, there's no March increase, which normally there is. So, like, what is the actual March size on this guy, right? It looks like it's supposed to be an extra size, but it doesn't have it in the red stars, which usually will be like 8 to 14%. And here's where the covenant is. And this is, again, why you should not get rid of your generals for gold, because they pull this crap, right? Like, who has that Bernadette guy anymore? Like, who actually uses that guy? And so now it looks like you're going to need a covenant. And so you're going to need these generals, kind of like the general hall, right? Like, you need to have certain generals that match up. And it looks like you're going to need that in order to unlock these boosts. So luckily for the people who have hoarded their generals and kept them, that's going to be a good thing for you. So I think it's just kind of a learning lesson that they do this crap all the time. So just don't turn your generals in for gold. It never ends up good. And if you need any of these other guys, they're in there, and you get 30 chances for free with monsters and with gathering. Now, this, I guess, is like just like the reward list, and this castle is the one that you're competing with a lot of people, right? So this is going to be probably a very expensive castle for the people that are competing. It's probably going to be much cheaper in like C6, C5 continents, but once you go into C1, C2, C3, you're dealing with a lot of whales, and it's just kind of like you have to weigh your options. I don't know what this is, this Napoleon journey, but it is requiring these cannons. And so I can show you where you get the cannons from, but I'm going to actually have to get in and play. I have to actually spend and then get a cannon and show you guys what it is. So, but right now I can't show you that. So the coins are showing up here. So the coins have to do with this event, I guess. And just so you know, in the chests above, some of these chests have the cannons inside. So, like, for example, there. And so it's not in every chest, so just make sure you check out which ones it is, and I guess it correlates with whatever that Napoleon Journey game is. So again, once I get some cannons, I can show you guys more in depth on that. This goes pretty far in, pretty deep. And the last prize is the avatar frame, which is kind of weird, right? Like, why would that be the most expensive thing? You would think the most expensive thing would be like a castle or something. So, but yeah, that's that. Is there anything else of interest here? Those of you interested in getting the pink dragon, you're going to redeem it with the Napoleon coins here. So you will get that dragon pattern for 800 coins. Now, Saf was nice enough to do the math, and with 2 triple coupons, you'll get 600 coins, and then 1 double down, you'll get 200 coins, and that's going to equal 800. So that is $300. So for $300, I'm not 100% sure if that will unlock Cake 5. I think it's 400, but if it is 300, you could also get the champion, right? You can get the new champion with the Cake 5. So just kind of think about what it is that you're going to be spending packs on. I definitely don't even know if I want the pink dragon, but usually if the talent is going to be good, it's just one of those things where you want to get all the dragons, you want to get all the champions, so totally up to you, but at least you know what the cost marker is. You just have to wait until that 8th day to get that other triple coupon. Maybe some people aren't going to wait, and you're just going to end up spending $400 to get the dragon. So that's all on you guys. I actually did unlock the cannon thing, and I got up to 100, and all it did was give me a crown. So again, guys, I will show you that event a lot more in depth once I start, spending on the packs. On the Napoleon trials, it's almost done. If I get the senior answers, you better believe I will publish those for you guys. And they have the lucky jackpot again. They just have a lot of stuff. We have Donna Civilization. And let's look at this, because what I always like about Donna Civilization is that we get free marches. Well, not free. We get marches and frames in the $4.99 column. But look at this. Battle tested fragments are where the march and the avatar usually are at. And what they did is they put the march on the free one, and you have to spend the $4.99 to get the battle tested. Isn't that interesting? Now, from a person's point of view, this could be good or bad. From a free-to-play player's point of view or a low spender's point of view, this might be bad because maybe you guys relied on getting those free battle tested fragments for boosts. But and there's a lot of farmers that play. There's a lot of people that don't play for PvP, and so maybe they're going to be really excited to get a free march. So whatever coin side you're on, they did switch it on Donna Civilization. So just be aware of that. This is kind of like, it looks like it's replacing the Lucky Raffle, the one that we did like the 1999, and people would either win the conquest chests, but this looks like a very much more expensive version. So instead of it being a chance of one ticket per drawing, it looks like you can put in as many raffle tickets as you spend. But I feel like that's going to get like wonky because people get really mad when they would spend a lot of money, but they would lose on historic searching. And I feel like this is going to be kind of the same thing where, who knows? Who knows how they're going to do the algorithm? But I have a feeling that the biggest spender is probably going to get the prizes. And so I don't know if this is worth it. But as you know, I usually try out everything. I will buy into something just to try it out, just to show you guys if it's worth it or not. So I will do that later. I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview on everything. So the event packs look pretty basic. They do have these added Napoleon gold coins. And I did look through the packages to see if they had Covenant stones, and they don't. So Covenant stones are not in the cake. They're not in anything that I've seen so far except for the daily rewards. And they're actually in the second chest, the third chest, and the fourth chest. So make sure you complete your daily rewards. Don't be like me and be lazy and totally forget. There's like people that do this like at the at the moment reset happens, they get it out of the way, and that's probably the smartest thing to do, but I'll have to work on that. So while we are here, let's do the free jackpot spin. So you get the free one, and then you get the one from the daily rewards. And I kind of feel like they're gaslighting because 20 coins doesn't seem like that's a very big win. I think the first time that I spun on the jackpot, I got 1,000 coins, and then I never spent anything, and it looks like they carried over. So that's cool. And I think that about covers all of the new stuff. I will show you the Josephine champion. Now, again, if you're wanting to spend until cake 5, that will unlock this champion, and who knows if there's going to be another way to get her. So if you're a low coiner, maybe you should wait to see if maybe after this event they'll release it, but maybe you don't want to test your chances and then, like with King Kong, they made it exclusive and you couldn't buy it again. So I always want to just advise people to just stay in your spending means. So if you can't do a cake 5, definitely just, that's that. Don't get her. Now, one thing that I notice on the stats, it's a lot of in rally stats. So this may be something that you don't actually need, right? Because there's a lot of island players, there's a lot of soloists out there, there's a lot of people that don't participate in rallies. So you can weigh your options there. One thing that I like about this champion is that it has march speed, which kind of makes me put more importance on the march speed because you want to get into those rallies sooner so you get more points. So it's a good one for a rally team. So I would say if, Sapphire told me that everybody in Apex, they're a big rally team, so they're all going to get this champion because then it's going to strengthen They're mount rallies. And even when you're killing bosses, because it's mount. So that I will leave to you guys to decide. And actually, there's one more kind of big one that they did for this event. So they are now allowing you to advance refine your duty officer gear. And it's interesting because I think a lot of people that cake a lot, there is only a certain number of duty officer general gear. And so a lot of people are just accruing a bunch of those scrolls because they don't have anything to use it on. And so what they're doing is they're going to let you turn in your scrolls just like when you amplify. So instead of calling this amplifying, they're calling it advanced refining. And the thing with this is that you do have to turn in a scroll and you have a chance, like a guaranteed chance, to get PvP stats. And the percentages show you're going to get either attack, HP, or defense, and it's all 33.3%, so it's all equal. So it sounds like when you're going to be doing the refining, you're going to be able to get all of the ones that you want, right? So like if you were trying to get siege HP, you can just roll because every 33% you're going to get a HP type of stat. So I think that's cool, but here's the catch, and I do want you guys to be aware. You know how Evony is. We have a military officer, we have an embassy officer, we have a bunch we have a bunch of officers that kind of got released and a bunch of officers that haven't gotten released yet, right? So just think that Evony is going to come out with new gear. And what's going to happen? You've already used up all of your scrolls, right? Like, let's say you have like 10 scrolls, you use them all, and then all of a sudden, now you got to cake 8 again to get scrolls for all of the new gear. So, just in the world of Evony, I think it's kind of best to wait and hold on to your scrolls to see if they're going to come out with new gears for the newer duty officers, because if you're like not wanting to cake 8 every event, then you might want to just save them. That's what I'm going to do. I think it's just one of those things where is the 10% or whatever it is that really worth losing out on higher percentages, you know? So that's just the kind of stuff that you got to think about with Evony. And I'm sorry if I missed anything. I'm just trying to get everything done really quickly, but I will go back and I will show you more in depth and more detail the more that I learn and find out and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, guys, hope you all enjoy the event. I definitely think that I'm just going to go to Cake 5 and call it a day. I'm not super excited about this event. I wasn't even excited about the castle. So that's pretty interesting that this big event came around and I really am not excited about it. So I guess we'll see how it all plays out. See you guys.